Good evening and welcome back to Fox 23 News at 9. Today's Conference USA preseason poll has come out and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles were chosen to finish second in the CUSA's West Division. North Texas was picked to finish first after winning 9 games a season ago. Following the Mean Green were the Golden Eagles and Louisiana Tech, UAB, UTSA, Rice, and UTEP. Marshall was picked to finish first in the East. USM finished last year strong, winning 3 of their last 4 games just to become bowl eligible. They'll open the season August the 31st against Alcorn State. SEC Media Day rolled on this afternoon in Birmingham, where the Ole Miss Rebels took their turn at the mic. Ole Miss is fresh off of a 2-year bowl ban, and now with everything to play for, the Rebs will be thrust into a hostile environment for their season opening game at Memphis next month. But rather than looking ahead at what could come at the end of the season, the Rebels are focused on the upset-minded Tigers.
I feel like you can't worry about so much about your competition, just worry about yourself and, stay on the straight line and do what you're supposed to do and, be the last to leave, watch film when you're supposed to, and, just be ready for what's to come.
As far as our focus, all of our focus has to go on Memphis because it's our first game. I think that will be a huge game for us, a huge test for us, because I think that will be a springboard if we can find a way to get that one done, to have a packed stadium in Vaught-Hemingway in a night game in the first SEC game.
Now, one common storyline at today's SEC Media Days was that of the youth of Ole Miss, as well as their inexperience. Rebels lost their top 2 wideouts in DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown, and they welcome in quarterback Matt Corral, who saw only mop-up duty last season. The new Rebels signal caller believes that he and his teammates are ready to fill the voids left by those who left for the NFL in spring.
Playing with that edge that Coach Luke and Rich Rod preach on us day in and day out. Playing with that confidence, because we're supposed to be here. And, like I said, everyone's calling us inexperienced, got a lot of the young players, but the ceiling's high for the potential we have. DK, AJ, DeMarcus Lodge, they were all freshmen once. So, I'm very excited for the future to come for the Ole Miss Rebels.
The Atlanta Braves have placed starting pitcher Max Fried on the 10-day injured list. The lefty has a blister on his left index finger. It's caused him some problems. Fried's 10-4 in the season with a 4.08 ERA and 19 starts. Atlanta recalled Bryce Wilson from AAA Gwinnett. He was expected to start tonight's game against the Brewers. So far this season, Wilson has a 1-0 record and a 6.14 earned run average. The 148th Open Championship takes place this week at Royal Portrush Golf Club in Northern Ireland. Today, golfers were back on the course for another day of practice before the tournament kicks off tomorrow. Rory McIlroy enters as not only the home-time favorite, but the betting favorite as well. 30-year-old was born in Northern Ireland and is in search of his 5th major title. As for Tiger Woods, he hasn't played in over a month and doesn't feel like he's where he needs to be to compete in what will be his first tournament since the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. But he talked about how the course plays earlier today.
The difference between, this, for me, this layout versus most of the open rota layouts is that the ball seems to repel around the greens a lot. You're going to have a lot of either bump and run chips, or quite a bit of slow putts coming up the hills. But it's an unbelievable golf course.